Hello everyone and welcome to another Hack the Box Academy episode of Pentesting Basics in the Getting Started module. In this episode we'll cover public exploits and privilege escalation. So let's get straight into our first exercise and finish the given task. Okay, let's see. I spawned the target system. And in this exercise we need to identify the services and try to exploit them. And in this exercise we're going to use the Metasploit framework for the exploitation. Okay, let's check what we have. Sorry. We paste the new target IP, which I copied from here. And we have a simple backup plugin here as the title of this page. So we're going to run Metasploit framework by using the following command, msf console. It usually takes a few seconds to start the application, so be patient. And once we start the Metasploit framework, we are going to search for any potential exploits regarding simple backup plugin. So the command is search simple backup, and Metasploit will return any potential exploits. As we can see, we have the auxiliary scanner, and we have that there is a file read vulnerability. So we're going to use the first option. Usually when there are multiple options in Metasploit framework, you can select which one you want by using use and then select the number of the exploit. Now we need to set options, but let's see what we have here. We need to set the R host of the target port and the target machine and the target port of the machine. Okay, so we're going to do that by using set R hosts, and we're going to copy the IP address, which is 138.168.186.170. But have in mind that your target IP will be different from mine when you do your exercise. And now we need to set the port, which is 31030, and same goes for your target port. And now we just run the application, run the exploit, sorry. And one thing we forgot is to set the file path, which needs to be set to flag.txt because that's our target. And now we need to run the exploit. Same mistake once again. Okay, now we need to open a new terminal and go to the file which is saved here. We just copy the file path. We're going to change the directory there. List what you have inside, and the latest one is 775, so we're going to open that one. There we go. Don't mind the first one. This one was without prior setting of the file path. So the second one is the final answer, which gives us the flag for this exercise. And let's move on to the privilege escalation, which is a bit harder than the previous two. Same procedure, we spawn the target system. There we go, and in this target we're going to log into it with SSH connection using the user one and password for the password. So let's clear this. In fact, let's close it. Let's exit this. Clear. Okay, so we're going to connect through SSH user one, and now we need the target IP. And the port, yes, and the password is password1. So we're inside. You can check who are you by using the command who am I. As you can see, we're user1. And now let's check we are in home user 1. Okay, let's try to see if we can use the privilege escalation techniques to get to user 2. Okay, we can get inside. We can see that there is a flag. Let's try to read it. So we have a permission denied, so let's check. Okay, so we can check what sudo privileges we have with the command sudo -l command. So, oh, my bad. Sudo -l, and this no password bin bash entry shows that the bin echo command can be executed without a password. This would be useful if we gained access to the server through a vulnerability and did not have the user's password. So let's try this command, user2, and go to bin/bash, and let's see what we have inside. We have the flag, so let's try to read it out now. As we can see, we got it. That's the answer for our first question. And now, once we gain access to user 2, we need to get privileges to the root user. So let's discuss the SSH keys. If we have read access over the SSH directory for a specific user, we may read their private SSH keys found in the home user/user/.sh/id_RSA and use it to log into the server. If we can read the /root/.sh directory and can read the id_RSA file, we can copy it to our machine and use the -i flag to log in with it. So let's try that and check if we can get the code. Okay, we have the key. Let's copy it. It is important to copy the beginning and the ending of the code. We open a new terminal and we use nano for it. Now we paste. We exit. Save. Okay, there we go. And now let's check. We have read write writes. Note that we have to use the command change mode 600 ID RSA on the key after we created it on our machine to change the file's permission to be more restrictive. If SSH keys are have permissions, in other words, maybe read by other people, the SSH server will prevent them from working. So let's change mod 600 id.rsa or whatever you name the file. Actually, I was entering the command in the wrong terminal window, so we need to switch to this one and change the mod 600 of the file. Okay, there we go. And now we need to connect. We will try to connect to the user root at the target IP. We can close this since it's not needed anymore. Port, and we are going to use the key to log in. We are inside. As we can see that we got root here, but let's double check to make sure. There we go, we are root, so let's try to get the flag out of it and see in what directory are we. So we are in root, and now let's check what we have inside. We can have the flag, so let's get it. And that's the answer for our final question in this episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys and take care.